Clash of Clans, episode 29. Hey, Scotty, what's red and smells like blue paint?
What?
Red paint. And we're back with the Clash of Clans with the fans in the stands.
Jesus.
I'm your pal, Biggity Boneyard. I'm here with my pal, Scotty. Hey, Scotty.
You're pretty excited today, boy.
Yeah, we're here.
Smashed out everybody's headphones.
Here at the WBSMT studio in lovely Riverside in my fantastic living room. We're joined with the one and only Lady Boneyard. Hello, Lady Boneyard.
Good afternoon.
Good to have you back. We just, before we kind of get into it, we were just listening to the last episode, and I made them listen to the part where Lady Boneyard is gagging,
Retching
and
from the
when we
story
recorded,
about the cat
I thought I was
puking.
just going to have to cut it, but I was laughing so hard during that part that I was like, okay, people will have to
We'll
love
just cut
this
it.
part, but.
I almost
Oh my
puked
God.
again.
Yeah, so she's gagging through the whole thing. Because every time she would gag on the recording, she would gag in real life.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You know, like when people yawn, you yawn. When people puke or gag, I puke or gag.
Yeah.
It's contagious.
Well, even yourself on a recording.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it yourself.
So funny.
But,
Oh my God, yeah, I almost died.
well, we're here at WBSMT Studios talking about everything Clash of Clans. We're having a good old time today, drinking some rum. This episode is brought to you by Dr. Pepper and Kraken Black Spiced Rum. It's delicious.
And Diet Mountain Dew.
And
Diet Mountain Dew.
for Scotty.
Yeah.
Fans in the stands, Kraken Rum, Dr. Pepper mix. It's delicious. I probably told you before.
Crack and pepper.
Yeah.
It's called Kraken Pepper. I invented it. It's fucking great.
All right.
It's caused many, many problems.
We
A lot of
checking
early-
Boneyard in.
Not just late nights, but early mornings. Let's go watch the sunrise. And then it's 8 o'clock in the morning and you're walking with dogs with goblets of rum that you've been drinking all night long.
Right.
And
you
the
won't-
sun's risen
it's only-
hours ago. And you're like, when did, what?
And it's
when
only
did
your
this
second,
happen?
so I think we'll be all right for this podcast.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Don't spill in the microphone.
Oh, all right.
All right. So,
What's
going
new?
on?
What's going on in the game? What's happening? Scotty.
Oh my God!
Go Pop.
You know what? I want to start with shout outs quick. Just
All right.
because we got to get to them.
Oh, I got to give a shout out to
You
my main
need
man.
to
What's his name?
Give a shout out.
Weston.
Weston.
Is that his name? Yeah.
He said I was the Will Ferrell of Clash. Thanks, buddy. I totally appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I totally appreciate it. Boneyard has gained 15 pounds above the shoulders.
Yeah, it's. I woke her up with that. Hey, guess what? Apparently, I'm the Will Ferrell of Clash. And she, oh, great.
Can hear.
Hear the drinks clinking. Good thing I'm not eating my chips.
Well, it's okay. It is a Christmas.
I'll start eating chips.
No, please don't.
Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, and he was actually helping. I have him on my list too because he was helping me figure out. I want to figure out the recording of the screen, but I want to figure it out in a way that's really cheap for anybody to do. So that way we can say, "Hey, look, this is how we did it."
Word.
How we did what?
How you can record your screen and
Do a
that
video
kind of stuff.
recording instead of just a picture, so you can record.
A video recording of your battle and
Yeah.
post it on the YouTube
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
I think that would be just awesome.
Just to dumb that
and
down
have
for-
everybody, you could share your videos, and I think that would be awesome. So, he's been working on that, and we'll have some stuff coming up with him.
And he's cute.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
That's a big shout out.
That's a big shout out. Now I take my shout out back. Screw you, kid.
No, you can't. No. He is.
Okay.
Shout outs.
All right, shout outs. Yeah, I'm getting my Twitter up.
I'm
because-
currently under attack. I hate it when that happens.
So yeah, Weston, and then Korg sent in.
Our old Betty Cord.
And I thought I'd save it for the show and surprise you.
Oh.
But he sent in a article about the head burr.
Get out. The brain
No
burr?
way.
Yeah.
What? Lay it on me, man.
Okay.
I want to know about this.
Yeah.
Well, he sent it in. It's what is a burr hole? And it has pictures of this kid.
Oh, we know what the burr hole is.
Yeah, that's not the hole. She doesn't suddenly have a hole in her brain.
Yeah.
She
We know
fell.
about that
She
part.
fell and hit her head, and then went and got
No
a CT.
burr hole surgery information.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's when it's trepanning, when you drill a hole in your
Yeah.
head to release pressure or whatever. And then you can get a burr from the drill. That makes sense. Like you drill, whatever. But
Did you guys ever think to Google this?
Yeah,
They
we
did.
did
They
this.
did a bunch of that,
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah.
and they-
We found this stuff. Thank you, by the way, for sending this in.
Yeah.
Totally, thank you for sending this in.
Just talk to the microphone. Talk to it.
We
not his phone.
we did find this information, but what we were surprised about is that this woman had fallen on the ice, hit her head, got a concussion, and had to miss 5 days of work. And said that
directly
the reason
before
directly
Christmas.
before Christmas, and said that it was due to a burr on her head.
A brain burr.
That was what the CAT scan had shown.
I think this woman's craziness is extended.
Exactly.
into
I think
your
that's
brain.
why I said that she had Munchausen's, not a brain burr. But thank you so much for the article, and
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
super appreciate it.
And then Korg said, DE is not dark elixir, it's dick elixir. Boneyard would probably enjoy that one when he's whacking off those nerds.
That's pretty good.
Boneyard does a lot of whacking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to whack off nerds for
especially on
dick
that
elixir.
last episode. You were just go nuts.
Give me some dick
So
elixir.
yeah, and I'm just looking through. Oh, and
I use it as a
Corey,
lotion.
let's see. And
It makes my dick purple, but it makes it strong like bull.
Are you using my lotion again?
oh my god. Here we go.
My dick smells like flowers.
All right. So, this is actually really ridiculous because I missed some shout-outs, and you know how it's been.
Lavender. Oh.
So, shout-out to, and I know I shouted them out when I forgot these,
You know it's good?
Deep
Cocoa
Fried
butter.
Oprah,
That smells good.
Yes.
Clan Stanley Warrior. I didn't have his clan.
Oh.
And he had said down there,
Clan Stanley
thanks for all of
Warrior.
yours and Boneyard's great advice on the podcast. I canceled my Town Hall Level 9 upgrade 15 minutes before it was done. I had just started listening to the podcast the day before. Today's my 2 months, so he's at... this is around, it's ridiculous. It's 4 months now he's been playing. Because it was 2 months ago that he sent this, and I missed it. Although it did suck to see my time and coin go to waste. It was getting way ahead
Oh
of
man,
myself
I would
in
have
the
just
game.
let it go.
Yeah.
15
Well,
minutes
yeah, but
before.
now it's getting really
Well, that's
dicey.
true. It is. It is.
It's almost. I mean, it's a balancing act. Well, and we'll talk about that. So,
Yeah.
and he was one. He actually sent in a picture of the stuff.
Do you actually have all the shout-outs ready this time?
Yeah.
We got it all printed
Yeah.
out and stuff?
Well, yeah,
Did
I've had time. And
Remember
I
back in the day when we had like printed index cards that you'd come home from work with and be like, oh, sweet. You know,
Yeah.
look at this. It's all fancy. We'd have a little checklist and we'd be all proper.
I know. Well,
And then it devolved into the two of us like laying on a couch with a microphone hanging from the ceiling.
shut up.
We're eating TV. Or watching
We're
TV.
eating TV.
We're watching TV, eating shit. Wow, I'm drinking.
Eating shit.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what?
It devolved into some debauchery, and now we're back to having proper notes and
Yeah.
good
yeah.
setup.
Well, and things are streamlining. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming up that I'm excited about.
And now we got Lady B, so
And we
now
got
we
Lady B's
got to be
hanging in.
professional.
Hey, I'm Striker 10. I was just wondering, and I must have missed this one. If you could ask Supercell when you see him,
Like that
update.
never happened.
If they could fast forward in the battle, like when you have one barb attacking a town hall, it takes for ages,
Yeah.
at the end. And guess what? I know it sucks, but sometimes I'll just leave a barb out there just to piss the person off who has to watch the replay. Because they'll be going, is something else coming? There's just that one thing going.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time for me. You just hit make it 4 times faster until it's done, run it out.
No, he's talking when you're in the battle.
And when you're doing the battle, you're like, oh, can I just run this out? Like there's 5 minions and there's no defense left, and they just have to like, they're going to get everything, but it's going to take a minute and a half for them to go through that you can just run it forward. I like to think that I'm making other troops while that happens. So
Yeah.
I can watch
Enjoy
that.
the view.
I
Enjoy the view.
can watch it happen. Oh, this is going to be fine because when I come back,
I'm
there's
totally okay with
there's
that.
that many more troops
Especially
made.
lately.
Yeah.
I've been much.
Or I have other things to do. I
Yeah.
know it's going to happen, so I can, look dreamily at Boneyard.
All right, so
Something smells like lavender.
let's see now. God.
I don't have any lavender scented lotion, by the
Not
way.
anymore.
No more rum.
All right, so Lady B asked, and we said,
Rum.
let's. Wait, no, there's. Well, Mark.
Hey, did Dr. Octagon or Droctagon get back to us
He
on
did.
how to
He
say
did.
it?
Thanks for remembering, because I didn't print the newest one. It is Dr. Octagon.
Of course,
Okay.
yeah, of course it is, right.
Well, if you spell it like that, I would assume that
There should be a period.
I like Droctagon.
I do too. But, don't change your name on our account.
Well, no, he don't have to change. He just have to pronounce it differently.
Or, put Doctor, period, Octagon.
Lady Boneyard.
Lady Boneyard. My name is not how you say it. Boneyard. My name is a Boneyard.
He talked about the podcast and about the Hog Riders when we were talking about the Hog Riders. And what he was saying is, you go into a base and he goes, you really got to get the right base. And I'm really finding that lately is like, I really have to consider my army. And I spend a lot of time going for the battles because I'm like, okay, that one's just, there's no way this army could take that.
Sure.
And I think that's really key. And that's why I think it's awesome now more. I'll spend more time doing it because I think when my troops come back, you know. And so, since the loot update, it's like there's so much gold and elixir.
You got to look for it. There's a lot more elixir I'm finding and I don't need it. I mean, I passed up on a 400 grand, totally easily to get elixir, 400 grand elixir, because there was only 40 grand in gold.
Yeah, I was maxed out on elixir the other day, and I had to.
Oh my
I was
God.
battling for. I mean, everything that I was updating
Didn't need.
Had already used elixir, so had already used my elixir, maxed out on it again, and then needed more gold. So, yeah, I was in that boat. As well.
I have to say, do we want to go? I think that
which is the first time that's happened.
Do we want to go into what's been happening?
Did you dump it into researching troops then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was researching troops and had 3 builders busy on elixir based stuff.
And still maxed out, yeah.
So, what level town hall are you at?
I'm at 7. I'm saving up for 8 right now. That's what I'm.
Okay.
Which is going to be 200 million, and I'm at
and that's interesting. We're gonna later on where we'll talk about looking back with Lady Boneyard because she's new in the game and it's been 4 months, which seems like a long time, but not really.
No, well,
and
not to us veterans,
right? But she's almost ready to be a town hall less than you.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I think as you get farther up, and that's why I'm liking that update.
She does play more than I do.
Well, I mean, to get all that gold and all that
she's
stuff,
a heavy clasher.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, no.
So I'm.
Speaking of that, anyway, go. What are we talking about?
Well,
got any more shout-outs?
Talking about how. But I'll get to that one later. I'm talking about how if you've got like you're new to the game, like the Town Hall 10 is not really that far away. Depending on how you play and what's going on. Because
if you rush to Town Hall 9, you know what? I don't think she's ever heard that song.
Oh, she hasn't?
No.
Oh,
We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Do you have it like readily available?
No.
Not even anywhere.
Well, I do, but I don't mess around with these chords when we're recording.
All right, we'll do that after.
Yeah.
What song?
Rush to Town Hall 9.
Rush to Town Hall 9 and say.
No, is that
Mikey Crud sent it in?
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I probably told you about it once or twice, but some kid, we were having this contest of kids.
I remember that.
And nobody did anything except for one kid, or the one guy.
Yeah.
And Scotty and the Cockrockers did a couple, but they were not that great.
Well, shut up.
But not compared to Mikey
I was
Crud.
a little drunk one night, and we did a couple.
Did you?
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got to get your iPhone out and just push record.
You ever heard of VidRhythm?
No.
That's an app that we got.
We were doing Clash It. Clash It good.
Who was?
Oh, we were.
Not me.
Oh yeah, that was a crack and pepper night.
Oh, that was wild.
That might have been crashing through the walls night.
Oh.
Well, see, maybe it's time you made yours. So
it might have been crashing.
I'm going to put that up on the website. And
you could crash it.
It'll be. Things are going to start changing around the website. I'm not going to announce official.
Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've been working on it.
Shout out to Scotty.
I got to tell you, there's
website.
you're sitting in there's this light on your face and it's super distracting.
Well, it's from the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's a rainbow and it's like a prism, and it makes you, it's weird.
So Lady Boneyard asked when Christmas was ending.
Oh.
January 7th.
Yep.
So all the gem boosts and all the speed ups.
This one, isn't it?
Yeah, coming out of the door there.
Oh, there's not a thing there.
Yeah, we're good. That's all right.
That's all right. So
yeah, January 7th, everything's over. And, oh, by the way, here's
Gem Boost, the speed ups.
Gem Boost band name, I call it. I have something to do now. Speaking of Christmas, I got my second Christmas tree. I put up the lights on the tree, and then I cut it down. Not only did I get another
I didn't
Christmas
get
tree,
one.
I got to
Me
cut
either.
it down.
Claudio was saying you got to move your stuff in closer, but I just didn't want to. It's been so crazy with the loot that, like, I want to keep everything protected as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because I saved up enough to get an army camp between the next upgrade. So, like a 7 million elixir.
Huh? What?
I've been doing like 3 million elixir a day.
What? So what are you going to do with the army camp?
Well, I upgraded it. I'm going to get 5 more troops in about 8 more days.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
Oh, wow. Great.
So I'm excited about that.
Me too.
And it was one of those things where it was coming, and I thought, okay, I'm going to have to save for this, and it's going to take me. And I go, I'm finding it too fast right now to keep up, and my builders are coming. I mean, I'm finding it in such. I'm like, take advantage of this as best you can, because it's not going to be crazy loot like that so much, because you're gonna, if you don't do the barrack speed up, a couple times when you're playing, you don't, I don't.
Yeah.
Who knows what they're gonna charge, for gems? But man, if they kept it this way, you'd really,
1 gem boost?
yeah.
I mean,
I love this.
That's a terrible idea for them. They should let us upgrade our mines and pumps to like level 15.
Yeah, you could increase.
And then because it'll take longer, it'll take more to do, so it's not like you can just do it right away.
Cough.
Oh, is that a sneeze there?
Just cough.
Don't puke, because you know what
Yeah.
happens. Bleh.
So, well, here's the thing, though.
Ooh, I'm getting daggers from over here. She's eyeing me down.
So here's the thing about the Town Hall 10 is you get that extra pump in mine.
Yeah.
And I have been really happy with my decision to go up because of the way that they've changed the game.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine throwing millions of elixir away right now when you need it so badly. You always need gold, and but when you hit that max where you're like, I have nothing to spend it on. Oh, I have a lot to spend it on. So, I don't want to be in that position.
I don't have that much. I have to. Let's see. This is actually kind of interesting because I was doing the math the other day.
What?
I was doing the math the other day, Dick, and I need. I have to start now. I have 2 million 2 million elixir. I can spend another 1 point. How does this work? I could spend another 12 million on upgrades, upgrading guys,
Okay.
and that's it.
Yeah.
So I have to have my town hall to be a level 10 before I make 10 million elixir. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because otherwise
Are you
I
gonna
will
be tossing it away. I mean, are you? Because I think about, well, you might as well just go to Town Hall 10.
I have to.
And yeah,
because
And that's why I went,
because by the time I have enough gold to do that, I will have upgraded. I will have made enough elixir to upgrade. My giants and my P.E.K.K.A. are all that's left. And right now, I'm doing my archers for 7.5 million.
Yeah, but see, and I almost think though, at a certain point,
and I still
before
have
you decide to
10
go
days.
up, like I think it's cool, like that people max it out. But I'm starting to think it's not worth it in some ways. I think that there's a transition point where you're going to go in. But like what I did when I went up that next town hall, I only put on the map what I was going to upgrade. And so
Sure.
I didn't have more of my camp outside, so I didn't lose more trophies.
Sure. I don't care about that. I've always said as soon as you go up in town hall level, buy everything you can, even if you're just going to leave it at level 1 forever or for a really long time and work on other stuff. Get everything on the map, because then it's a less of a percentage for each thing killed towards your total trophies.
That's true. That's true. But I still was just like, well, I'm just going to do the ones at a time and leveled everything up to where everything else was. And
then pull something else out and do that one.
And how the loot systems changed, I think that...
Well, then I can have 5 builders going all at once for, an hour or a day instead of, 14
Well, I had
days.
builders going, but now all of my builders are busy. I went to clean up a log today, busy. I'm going, oh my God. And
My builders
I
are always
missed 2
busy.
days at Christmas because I left my phone at my sister's house. So.
You didn't?
And nobody has internet there.
And
It's like,
miss the boost for a day at least?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Come back, you got hit a bunch of times for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah.
My defenses, though, are just kicking ass. So.
Well, I guess he ran 16-hour shields.
Yeah, I had started it
three-
before I left.
3 of them, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And you're done. That's fine. You can't lose that much.
It sucked to lose that much Dark Elixir, especially when you've got the 3 pumps going on the boost.
That shit's maxed out easy. Yeah. 1,600. That's not. That's a pisser.
Yeah. So I started on my Barb King upgrade.
Yep.
Because I
what
was
level is he
talking
now?
with, he's going to level 12.
Ooh.
So here's what I decided to do. I was talking with Cluggo, and we had been talking about the King and Queen and how long it took to upgrade. Well, I thought it always went or 12 hours, you add on. But it maxes out at 7 days.
Okay.
And so I thought, I love my Queen. And I don't know if getting her leveled up is worth the time it takes to do it.
Yeah, right.
She can then be away.
Like with the archers, like the last one isn't really worth doing.
Yeah.
Because it costs so much. But
yeah, you got to look at the hit points and what they're going to.
Yeah, right.
And where they're playing.
I like the King and Queen. I love using them. I love having them as defense. They're King's up to level 5 now. I started doing that because I needed to dump my Dark Elixir and I had open builders. So
here's what I'm doing though with those Barb I'm doing the Barb King. I'm just going to keep going until I max him out.
Yeah.
And then if I think what he gains is really worth it, because he's all right, but I just use him for the hit points.
Yeah.
So I'm not like he's not really big in my strategy at all.
Well, he's a good tank for soaking up.
Yeah.
He can draw out the.
But if you look at the hit points when it gets up there to the really high levels, I mean he is just a beast, and so you could really use him, there. So I thought, well, why not just instead of having 2 weaker troops, level him all the way up.
Get him all the way up, and then you can start on her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I can use her in the meantime to get all this Dark Elixir.
Yeah.
And I'll be so used to getting all this Dark Elixir that she'll start to go, fast, and I'll have this really strong one every 4 hours.
Yeah.
Or I keep her low so she can come in and just clean up. I just decide at that point if it's really worth it.
Well, and here's the thing, I
can go without
it doesn't reset to back to a full hour. It's if she only gets hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
she only sleeps for a little bit.
Right. And she maxes out sleeping at I forgot the thing, but I think it's like 4 hours.
Wiki, check your wiki.
Yeah, you
know what I need? Some more rum.
All right. Well, this break brought to you by.
It was brought to you by Crack & Peppers. Delicious and nutritious.
Okay, so last week we talked about the Air Army and the air component.
Yeah.
Well, I did it, and I have been loving it.
Oh my God, this is strong. I think I need to stir this. Oh my God.
All right, we'll be back.
No.
We don't have to leave. Okay.
No, we're good. I'm all right.
Okay, so last week we talked about that.
Crack and pepper, good for your belly.
But so I changed up your strategy. Like I said,
my strategy. You changed. You used it.
I used it. That's what I was just spent the last minute telling you.
I was busy tasting my rum.
Oh, okay. Well,
you know what it tastes like? Rum.
All right. So, here's what I did. I took in balloons, dragons, minion, one barrack dragon, 3 barrack balloon, and minions. And I experimented with it all week, and I have been cleaning up.
You know what I got this week?
What?
Minions and a fairy.
Nice.
Yeah. I have also been cleaning up. Yeah, I just upgraded.
No, she just upgraded her barracks and got the
I got the fairy.
Yeah.
She's like, I've been dropping way too many troops. These things kick
We'll
ass.
have to do a look at what you get again, like a review, and that's why I want to ask Lady B about what she did.
And she's got a dark barrack so she can make minions.
Yeah.
So here's how I changed it up. I started doing your attack strategy where you throw the minions in.
Lady Boneyard, the minion queen.
Yeah, there you go. So I sent your minions in.
Spitting on you.
I sent your minions in.
Yeah.
And I was doing that for a while, and then I'd send the balloons after them, and then the giants last. But I realized...
Dragons.
One dragon. And I'll tell you what.
And you didn't have giants. Dragon.
Just a dragon.
Yeah. You said
All
that.
air. All air.
Yeah, right.
And so what I did then is I was wasting too many minions, I thought, and I was trying the rage spell, and it just wasn't really working that well for me. And so what I did is I started with just dropping a few minions to test for bombs, or the air bombs. Mm-hmm. And if they'll set them up, they'll set off whatever. And those are my sacrificial ones, the explorers. And then I'll drop the balloons.
Yep.
With a heal spell, and if I can hit them right at the beginning, they get in pretty far, and I drop my dragon right behind it, because then the dragon starts coming right behind, and it's healed if there's anything coming at it, and it's cleaning up everything in its path.
Sure.
And then, depending on how far the balloons get in and when they're starting to deplete, I'll send those minions in.
Yeah.
Because anything that's major will have set off and got it.
Yep.
And then I'll
minions
send
will come in and they'll just make a wave and wipe out everything, because you get at least halfway in.
And the thing is,
you get halfway in with your balloons and your dragon, right? And then minions come through and knock out the back half.
Yeah.
That works great. I do it without a dragon. I use those spots. But the dragon
cleans that up, and so the minions can get into that center, and get whatever's there. Like I can take that dark elixir if I can ram horn it that way, just straight through. But just, I usually only have one heal spell because of the boost. So I'll sit down and play for like 45 minutes or an hour.
And I go in and I'm using 2 heals and 2 rages.
Yeah.
And those and no dragon. And
okay.
Like you said, some minions to start, and then all the balloons, because they start moving in slow, and you drop your heal spell once they get in there so that they can knock out all the defenses, and then you just dump all your minions behind them.
Especially around a wizard tower, because those wizard towers do multiple damage. Splash damage. So
and those are the ones. Those are the ones you go right after.
Yeah,
those are the ones you go for first. Yeah.
You want those. You want it to be destroyed, even though it's going to attack you.
If it's going to bunch up, you want it to bunch up on one of those things.
Yeah.
Because then it'll split apart. The balloon horde will split apart.
Yeah.
And then you can drop rage spells on the front of them, and then they just all of a sudden are at the other side of the board. Yeah. Only a couple left, but then the minions come through and wipe it all out.
And I noticed the dragon has to have a swarm with him to really have that dragon be really effective. If you can even like 10 minions. It's all the air defenses will hit those minions first.
Yeah.
Or it sure seems like that anyways. Yeah. And so I'm like, I can waste a few minions, they're each getting shot, and my dragon does a lot more damage, and then he's deeper in. So sometimes he'll hang on, Or the other way I've been doing it is I'll come in all from one side, and as they're getting weak and they're getting, the balloons are getting weak and the dragon is getting weak, I'll throw a few minions behind the dragon, then I'll go to the other side and just slam it all with the minions.
Dump the rest of the minions on the other side, meet in the middle kind of a thing?
Yeah, because then they get in there. The minions are coming from the one side, the other, and they misdirect all of the defenses. Sure, yeah. Whatever gets closest, so then it takes pressure off the dragons and the balloons.
Well, it keeps it. If all your guys are clumping, then you drop a second army, because they're not going to make 2 armies, which is what you want them to do, is kind of come around that. Come in 2 different waves, but if they all clump up, you drop all your minions on the other side to make a second army.
Yeah.
So that,
they come through them and distract all the major defenses, because you can sneak up right behind another wizard tower while the one's facing the one direction. So. Yeah.
Spit acid all up and down that fucking jack off.
So I also...
Before you whack them off, you got to spit on them.
I saw that the gem boost for the Spell Factory, I thought it was 20 still. But it's only been 1. I think they might have changed that.
Everything's 1.
Yeah, well, so I thought I was spending 20 gems at a time. Well, so
even the barracks is 1.
So I had the level 5 balloons, and I'm going. I made the money to get the the next upgrade in balloons, and I went 5 days, and I'd already upgraded one army camp, and I'm like, you know what? If I just spent some gems on finishing this, I'm gonna max out my potential for the next week and a half until the boost is over, because that last upgrade is like a lot of hit points. And so I just finished it. I said, you know, if I'm ever going to spend gems to like speed something up, now is the time.
Yeah.
And so I finished it like 5 days early.
Yeah.
So half the time.
That's a lot of gems, huh?
Well, it was like 600. And I thought that's actually pretty cheap to speed this up for 5 days for what I'm going to get out of it.
Yeah.
And I rated some last night, and it is like really nice now.
Yeah.
With those
extra 10 guys or 5 guys or whatever.
Yeah. And that's why when you're doing the upgrades, you got to really look at what you're going to be getting, because like the archers, sometimes what you gain in them is not going to be worth what you're paying for.
And you know what? And the thing is, I did that because I had over 6 million in elixir. I could have done my P.E.K.K.A. or my giant, but I don't use any of them. And so I was like, I might as well just keep getting the elixir and dump 7,500 or 7.5 million and just get rid of that.
Yeah.
Then get rid of 6 and still, because I would have like 4 or 5 million now instead of only 2.
Well,
and people just come in and raid me for it, and I don't want that to happen. So I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't use any of those troops, you know.
But you might one day. You didn't use, the giants, but then you did giants for a while.
I didn't use balloons until I saw them dominating, and I'm like, oh, I got to finish upgrading those.
I think it's more of a farming army, though. I mean, because you can't really, if somebody's really stacked for defenses, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that. So if I was gonna trophy push, I wouldn't be using this army.
Why not? If you're gonna trophy push, it's all about staying on line, so you don't get attacked. Keeping your town hall out so that when you do get attacked, it's for cheap.
Yeah, but I think at a certain point, the all-air army just would max. I don't know if I could make it to Masters with it, because I know that the people that I was raiding when I was, way up there, it was like you really had to have like a hog, and a hog minion, like a mix-up might work, but it's going to take longer, So right now,
I don't know, man. I run up and down. I run up and down the stacks with my army. I get beat up, I'll lose battles. I don't care if I win or lose a battle. I want the action. I'll go in and drop 40 minions and clean up all the pumps and mines and just leave.
Yeah, well, see, and that's what I mean about like.
I'll lose that 35. Yeah.
Because you can do that you can be flexible in your army and send in all that stuff.
But if I looked for them, I'd find winners. I mean,
Yeah, if you're smart about it, I guess. Because you see some of those people that were up there, it's like, okay, there's a wood wall up here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And it's like, because I suppose if you trophy push and really just look for that town hall outside, bam,
nail it for four archers.
Yeah.
4 barbs or 1 barb or whatever. You send in your.
I get a lot of those.
I do too. Still.
They get 1,000. I'm like, what? Just take it.
Give me the shield. I'm fine with that.
I've been loving it, and that's the other shout out. Chris who designed the logo, had done an attack on me, and he had dragons and 30 minions, and he said it held up pretty good. So
I didn't miss that. What was that?
Chris had raided me with a dragons and 30 minions, and he said my base held up pretty good. I'm loving my design, just loving it.
Me too. I changed some things around now that I have all four. All 4 of my wizard towers are blue.
Yeah.
I changed some stuff around to make those formidable spots, like they are set up. They they overlap enough stuff to where you don't want to come in any direction on my base.
Well, I think,
and moved some stuff around. Got my air defenses are getting up there. All my bombs are now maxed to the point where I can't do anything more except for the black ones.
Oh, okay. I'm starting mine.
But those are 2 million. But that's going to be. I think I need to get 1 point. Oh yeah, I need 400,000 more gold. Then I can do my last air bomb maxed out. The red one, right? Then the cheapest thing I'll have to do is 2 million in gold for the black bombs. Okay. Two of those. Then the cheapest thing I have is 2.5 mil for Teslas.
Right.
And then the next thing after that will be it's over 4 or 5 million. To get back into my Archer towers, and air defense is one more.
Yeah, with gold coming in so much easier this time. It's Christmas. It's Christmas in Clash of Clans.
Yeah, it is Christmas in the Clash.
Because it's been.
And I got 2 Christmas trees. Oh my God, somebody's jealous.
Yeah. So let's ask Lady Boneyard.
Yeah, Lady Boneyard is actually still in the studio, fellas, fellas and ladies out there in TV land and radio land. She's just busy clashing, totally not paying attention to what we're doing at all.
You just went to. So you just got your barracks now.
I just got my dark barracks.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Did you get your dark elixir storage yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How much you got sitting in there?
294.
It's all stolen too.
It's all stolen. I don't have a drill or a.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can still get your king and queen or king yet?
No, I can get my king, but I need $10,000 to get my king. So really, I need to save up and go to level 8 town hall so that I can get my drill.
Get 2 drills going.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I've got 1.4.
With the boost, I'm so happy I went to it, so I had those drills.
Yeah, right.
So that's what I'm saving up for right now.
I forgot about the drills too. At one point during the boost, I was.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, crap! I gotta have those. Like I missed a full day of double time on those. So.
Yeah. So I need 600,000 more gold, which I'll have, by the end of the day here, hopefully.
How are your battles?
My battles are good. I got the minions this week. I got the fairies this week.
Have you been using the minions?
Yes. I love the minions. I love the fairy. I'm trying to figure out. I'm using too many minions, I think.
And what are you using? What are you taking in?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now is how many minions I really need to use. Because I still love my, 8 wizards, my 8 balloons, my 8 giants, my 6 wall breakers, and then the rest were archers and barbs. And now I've got this fairy and these minions, so I've been using those, and those take up more. So
you could probably just use 5 or 10, and just keep them for the very end, and then whatever you didn't get, let the board run out if you have to. Mm-hmm. Or if you see a spot where you could send them in, you could just drop them at the very end and let them go after,
last stuff. Yeah.
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 Clean
that's probably
up.
good. You probably give that
because it's a pretty heavy hit point army. You could take a lot, of defenses. So,
and it's been working really good. I mean, I've been getting 100%
raids.
Everything.
What have you been taking in then? How many have you been?
I'm still sitting right around. Oops.
Oh yeah, what's your how many trophies you got?
Yeah, where are you sitting in trophies?
$11.99 right now.
Okay.
I stay right around that 1,200.
Yeah.
It's
for a while. It kind of hits that point. I think after you hit that 1,250, it's like.
Well, we were just talking about that when she was playing. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm sending in way too many troops." Now she has it using healers. I'm like, okay, that means that you're going to be able to beat harder and harder guys. You're going to go up a little ways and then plateau again.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind
of hit your ceiling.
Yeah, that happens, and that's just.
So one battle, I only took in 36,000 gold and 43,000 elixir, but I got 600 dark elixir.
Yeah, go for it.
And that was
especially
the
when
higher. So there wasn't much in gold and elixir, but I needed dark elixir.
So you've been using. What have you been? Oh, you've been using your healer. I bet with the wizards.
Yeah. So the healer, the wizards.
It's always good because the wizards are, have range, and then the healer has range behind them.
Yeah.
And they go in, and then it works out.
I think it'd be cool to have the level 6 wizards because they just look awesome. The red coats and stuff. And that's I'm going to start my dragon upgrade next
to level 4.
Level 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with this army, but
so the dragon is the next
thing in the barrack
that I'll get.
That always sucks too, upgrading your barracks.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I just had to do to get the fairy. So then or the healer, whatever it is. I like to call her the fairy. But next is the dragon and then the P.E.K.K.A.
Okay, I don't really use the P.E.K.K.A. But you guys clashing?
Sorry, I was looking at the Clash thing. I just saw in our Rock and Clan Minnesota Nights, our friend Ryan says, I lost over 1 million gold and 800k elixirs since I logged off 3 hours ago.
Oh my God.
Fuck that.
Oh, that would be painful.
I'm going to give him 5 balloons.
Yeah. Well, especially when you have, I think a really good army would be dragon, minion, hogs, and I'm trying to think. If you had in balloons. So if you had the hogs go in first and clear out as many air defenses as you could get.
Yeah, I had a really nice army. I think you or Ed gave me some hogs, and let me find it here. Yeah, I had 4 hogs, a fairy, 8 wizards, 34 barbs, 15 archers, 7 giants, 2 wall breakers, and 8 balloons.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And cleaned up nicely. Actually, I was telling a guy at work that he needed to play this game, and he's like, what is this game? I've never heard of this. I'm like, what? You're a 21-year-old nerd in school, and you need to play this game. So we went in.
Those commercials.
Like,
You saw,
the commercials are great.
Yeah.
Somebody
say Hog Riders!
Whoa. Is that what they say?
Yeah, and the Hog Rider comes in and he says, no, we need some minions. Somebody say Hog Riders! No, minions.
Barbarians.
Oh, barbarians, yeah. No, barbarians. Hog Riders? No, barbarians. Oh, and the guy, and then he kind of walks away on his hog, and then boing, he gets like exploded out into space. Yeah,
yeah.
That's a funny. It's a funny commercial.
That commercial, I would have been playing like in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
because I love how they zoom out at the end on the other one where the barbs are just going and the giants are walking and just bouncing out.
Scotty, you've got a great giant laugh.
Cannons just bouncing out.
And it's just the things
little peanut.
Oh, it sounds too much like your Silence of the Lambs.
That's my Andre the Giant.
Oh,
it's pretty much the same thing.
It's really close to the Silence.
Put the lotion in the basket. Oh, and
oh my God,
Virginia.
So I didn't get a Christmas tree.
Princess Bride.
You didn't get a Christmas tree.
No. I got 2 Christmas trees.
Yeah, I chopped them down.
And Boneyard brought one home.
I thought you said last time that you were going to keep your Christmas tree.
Well, I decided.
He kept one.
I kept one.
One down.
Oh, you did?
Because he got 2.
The first one showed up on the edge of the board, like off the board, on the grass.
Yeah.
And so I can leave it there. It's not ever in the way. The other one showed up in the board. And I was like, I don't need to. I'll cut it down.
Okay.
And I found 75,000 gold underneath it.
Very nice.
Present from Santa.
That reminds me.
What else did you get from Santa?
Oh, I got some gloves and some boots. Hey, let's do that. New segment. Christmas time. Since this is post-Christmas, let's talk about what we got from
Since I chopped my Christmas tree down,
let's talk
nobody
about
wants to
Christmas
hear about
time.
Yeah, what happened? So you got that for Christmas?
I went to my dad's, and then that was the weekend before, and then I went to my ma's the night before Christmas, and Christmas Day, Lady Boneyard and I hung out here all day, and had some beer skis and some rum. It was fantastic.
Very nice.
And then the weekend after, yesterday we went to Lady Boneyard's sister for that family, and I got stuff from them. And so I got a bunch of cute stuff.
Very cool.
Let's see, I got a new pair of boots and a new pair of gloves and a tie and a bow tie, and I got like $100 gift certificates to Barnes and Noble, and a gift certificate to Petco for the dogs and the cats, and I got some pants and another pair of pants, and I got some pajamas, and I got we're looking at our watches over here. Oh yeah, I got a watch. I got a really cute watch. It's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cute.
A left-handed watch.
Yeah, a left-handed watch, no less. So I can wear it. So I can have the dial on the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Santa Claus brought me some toys that I had to buy myself from Santa because I wasn't going to get toys otherwise. So I got a little Spider-Man guy, and I got a yo-yo that lights up when you spin it. It's a Spider-Man yo-yo.
Okay.
And
you're like devolving into a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Where you're starting to talk like you're younger and younger.
That's what Christmas was also.
Well,
yeah.
And I
what did you get?
A lot of cool stuff. I have a jacket. I got sound bar. I got
the sound bar.
Yeah, just a bunch. I'm on my several days of Christmas, post-Christmas socks right now, which I'm very.
Oh yeah, I got like a bunch of pairs. I got like 15 pairs of
glorious.
socks. You know you're old when you like socks. Yes, I needed socks. You know.
12 days, I don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
after
right.
Christmas. Oh yes,
Brand new socks.
So yeah, it was good. It was fun. How about you, Lady B?
What did you get?
I got some jammies. I got some rum.
Nice.
I got.
So Boneyard got some rum.
Yeah.
I got a new bead for my troll bead bracelet. I got. This was really funny. I was at work and my friend Ed says, "Did you get any My Little Ponies for Christmas?" I go, "No, but I got a My Little Pony."
Oh yeah.
And of course, everyone turned and looked at me and goes, "We don't need to hear about this." And I said, "No. It's Bowen's line of toys."
You should tweet that picture. You should take a picture of it.
I don't tweet anymore. I didn't re-download it since I got my new phone.
Why?
I just haven't done it. I don't know what the sign-in thing is.
He doesn't know how to work his phone.
Yeah, you did it the first time, so.
Okay.
But yeah, that is my.
So I got a My Little
I
Pony.
didn't think to look it up.
Yeah, Boneyard's line
You have
of.
a smartphone. I just don't know how to do anything with it.
Well, I don't know what the I don't know what the login is. I don't know what the login is or the password. Dick, you're the one who has it all. Well, yeah, but I didn't do that. I didn't text you to get it. I'll get it. Fuck it. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't even want to. Tweet this. For the people at home, I'm lifting my middle digit to Scotty's.
New Year's is coming up.
Cranium.
What is your cock year's resolution? What do you want to do in the game next year?
What do I want to do in the game next year?
I wrote down because we didn't talk about this beforehand, but I want to try to go for a top 500.
What's that?
Like spot, just like trophy push one time and just see how high it can go, and try to get in the top 500. I think it'd be really, 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 really tough.
Yeah,
but
it would.
My armies are getting pretty close to maxed, So I should just be able to.
Maybe
I should be able to, if with patience, really push with a lot of really hard work, but just do one trophy push and really go for it.
You're gonna have to touch your phone every 4 minutes from now until
January 7th.
Well, no, I think if you started trophy pushing over like a week time or something like that.
Really, you really think you'll be able to get up? Well, I
think
guess
you climb fast. I don't know.
I've been at the top,
or even in the U.S. You know what I mean?
I had a really hard time getting into the top 10 of our league, and then all of a sudden I was number 1. It just depends on who's.
And this is a whole year.
Trophy pushing and who's not.
This is a whole year. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, if you guys did it all at the same time, I think it would be super hard because there's some super top
if
players.
If you started pushing to the top,
So
yeah, I think that by the end of the year I can make a good run to it if I'm with everything. My base is coming along, things like I'm productive now. So you'd have to like really protect your base and have a really strong defense and things maxed out to really go for it. But I want to get masters, and I thought, well, why not have a high goal, and try to go for.
You know what would be a good way to do that? Would be to put your town hall inside and all your storage and pumps and mines outside.
Yeah, you'd basically, I think, just have to take it.
Because people would go after it and then quit. I mean, they'd spend all their troops going after those things on the outside, and you just have all your defenses near them, and so they couldn't come into your town hall.
I don't know. I thought, well, you could see if my goal is 500, or what did I say? Yeah, top 500. If I hit close to that, I'd be impressed. So,
well, top 1,000. I mean, there's how many players are there? Millions.
I'd imagine
millions.
So,
man,
I think it'd be fun to try.
Man.
So, what about you?
What about you? What else do you get for Christmas?
What are we talking about? Christmas or goals?
Oh, goals. New Year's. Oh, yeah. Well, what about you? What do you want to do in the New Year versus in the Clash of Clans is?
Well, I have lots of things to do, like upgrade my everything.
It probably seems far away. But
so...
Upgrade my everything?
Yeah.
So...
But if you were just playing by yourself, like you didn't have Boneyard here sitting here with, we're talking about like super high troops and things like that, you'd probably...
Yeah, if you didn't have the guru of, the Will Ferrell of Clash helping you out.
God. Thanks, Weston.
Thanks, Weston.
Yeah, thanks, Weston.
What about you, Boneyard?
What do I want to do in the game?
Yeah.
I want to see some new dark troops. I want to see some new regular troops. I know that's not going to happen.
Right.
You never know. They could come up with some.
they've increased the levels in some of them.
Yeah, I want to see a tiger trap.
Okay.
I want to see the hole, the trap. That's cool.
Yeah.
I want to play Boom Beach.
Yeah. Well, if it makes
I
it,
want Willy Wonka to
maybe
show
it'll
up.
suck and they don't release it, which is just a blessing.
Yeah, I want Willy Wonka to show up, I guess.
Okay.
I
Well,
want
that's
to.
what I want.
Oh.
I want to watch. I want to watch Valkyrie get banged by a hog rider.
God. Well,
Turn this game into porn.
you know that makes me.
I want to see some
This is
people
something
out there
about
do
their-
some stuff. You see
No.
the kids do on the interwebs? Clash of Clan porn.
No.
That's what I want.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my
Boneyard.
God.
But fans in the stands, hook me up. I know you nerds out there in video land have
my God,
the capabilities to write code and do weird shit with the internets, and you can make some porns.
You wouldn't know how to
and you could have
download
like,
it anyways.
well, maybe I could look at it, Google Images or something. I don't know.
I can't even
Do
believe
it
you
up.
just said
Let me
that.
see that. Let me see
Oh my
that shit.
God. All right.
I can believe he wants to
You
see
really
this,
not.
but,
Dick Elixir. Da, 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 da.
Oh my God. We have sunk into a new low on the Clash of Clans podcast.
I want to see it. I want to see a new spell called Golden Shower.
Knock it off. All right. Jesus Christ.
And it doesn't really do any damage, but all of the defenses just get really like, oh,
Sticky.
Yeah, they're like, they get
We used to.
disheartened, and they hate.
Oh, somebody's
they
got to
have
keep this podcast
daddy
on track
issues,
here.
and they have real low self-esteem.
Oh, okay. Here's what I want to ask about, though. So,
What else do you want to see?
I want to see. So, what you said about the Dark Elixir troops, I think
Archer Orgy?
I think January 7th, there's going to be something new. I think because we know that there's an update coming that day.
There's an
Because-
update coming that day?
Yeah, because that's when the snow will go away.
Yeah, it'll have a new thing because
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe it would just go
I don't
back
know.
to regular for a little
No,
while,
I think
and then
there'll be
maybe there would be
something.
probably
like a,
something a
like
little.
a-
It'll be a little bit. It won't be a bunch.
I think it'll be a dark troop.
tweaks. It'll be
And,
tweaks.
and I think it's going to be...
Tweaks was a little mouse
flying.
from like 1989 that was a Christmas toy in his little ear.
So what are you going to do to get ready?
Tweaks.
Tweaks.
I'm going to keep a builder on standby. Right. If something finishes, I'm going to keep a builder on standby
For the
for
7th.
for
I will
the
just
7th.
have something
So you can be,
finishing.
you guys,
the
so you can
7th.
be big on it.
Yeah. And I'm going to...
Is there going to be a Valentine
I'm gonna-
update?
I'm going to... And I'll try to get
I don't think
everything
so.
ready.
Like extra
No.
gems
Did we have Valentine
for
thing?
Valentine's?
I don't think that's
There
a.
might have been some event or something that happened, but what I'm going to do is also like keep high Dark Elixir right before then. I'm going to save up and just
Get super high on Dark Elixir.
Yeah, because if a dark troop comes,
because you got to get high.
or no, I
on-
guess you just have to upgrade your barracks first.
you got to have a lot of Dick Elixir to get high.
Yeah. So I will. That's what I'm going to do. But I think they're going to have to. I'm sure they'll make a little bit of tweaks to the loot system. I'd imagine
yeah,
maybe just a minor
reconfiguring. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think so. I would be ready because that one update. All of a sudden, there's the dark barracks and and stuff like that. So I think there's going to be something. And I think a great thing would be a third dark barrack.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that would be the next.
Yeah.
At least
no, I
that
agree.
with a new level, with a new troop.
With a new troop in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And something. You know what? I want to see troops that are lower level new troops. That are cheap and maybe aren't really that strong, but are.
Yeah, like
Aren't-
because you don't have to keep getting stronger. You can have a minion come up now.
Right. You don't need something that's better than the witch.
Like
How
a
about
bumblebee that stings everyone with poison and makes your king.
It'd be like a foggy swarm, a dark like smoke that, like kind of
Yeah.
lostish. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it's a
The
polar bear
graphics. Yeah.
and a 6-toed
Well,
statue.
You're talking about Lost.
No.
You have seen Lost, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I
I
have
never
no
watched a
idea
lot
what
of
you're
it, but
talking about.
Yeah.
down in the thing. What is this thing called? The tunnel. You know what I'm talking about?
Well,
No.
no.
Yeah, the
know
tunnel
what
with the
you're
numbers and the whole
Yeah, the
thing.
dark-
I don't know that game.
yeah.
That movie was
That
stupid,
game.
or that TV show was dumb.
So I think I think that I'm gonna be prepared.
Ooh, I got a dragon from
I'm gonna
somebody.
have high elixir when it comes to because if it's gold, if it's anything gold, it'll start off pretty cheap, I think. And if it's like a new defense or something, but I mean, I think people are with the new bonus.
Yeah,
I can
see.
Stuff,
I can see.
It's like I'm playing like I was playing when I was in Town Hall level 7 or 8. Like it's. I can see the end in it for an upgrade in sight. Am I waiting for builders now and that kind of stuff where it's like, okay, it's this is fun. I can play and make money, and I am able to like go, well, that $6 million. I'm like, well, that's going to be, if I have a really good day, I can maybe push half of it. Depending
instead of taking it, you're like, oh, it's $6 million. Oh, great! I'll get that in 2 weeks. Yeah, right. No, that's where you get real disheartened about playing.
So I'm excited about that.
Plus, with the commercials and this game is kicking on, maybe there's going to be a lot more players, and there's it's so freaking addicting. I don't know how many people
are going to have to with Town Hall 10. I mean, you could be getting pretty maxed out, after a certain level if you really grind at it. And so I think the end game's going to have to change a little bit. I think maybe it's something really different, but the map is going to fill up eventually.
Yeah, that's another thing. They gotta expand.
Yeah,
and that's something you could buy. Would that have been cool from the start?
Yeah,
you could buy more land. Yeah. Buy gold or elixir. You gotta make a troop that can cut down. And gotta go send a guy with an axe. Like, all right, woodcutter, dark barrack, woodcutter. He doesn't do anything in battle, but you have to build them for.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
For like $100,000.
A troop is a builder. That would be kind of cool, where you could make those really expensive troops, and then they go out and help speed up your builders.
Huh. Well, no. See, you got to look at it from Supercell's business point of view. They don't want to do anything that's going to take away from their making money, which is buying gems to speed up. They're not going to let.
But I think people would buy more gems if it was a lot cheaper to do the stuff. I mean, when it's if it was like. If it stayed really low like that, what does it matter?
I have 1,058 gems, right? Yeah. I haven't gone below 1,000 gems in, I don't know, months and months and months.
Because you get those 3 every
I get
time.
3 every day, and then I'm still taking in, like I just got my Expo. I just defeated 250 Expos. And so I got like another 100 gems. And yeah, I use them when they have boosts for one gem. Yeah, but when I use, that's 14 gems every day.
Yeah,
but I'm still staying up there.
Yeah,
and I'll use them up. I'm not going to use them 200 at a time like you did, or more 600 or whatever you did.
But for that amount of loot for those balloons, I mean, I like to pride myself on patience, but I'm like, I'm going to regret not having these balloons done for 5 days because I know how many hit points they are. I'm like, it would be worth not even doing the other boosts just to do that. But I normally wait. I think the first or maybe one other time, like I had to finish up quick, like at the very end. But so, well, I think it's at an hour, so we're gonna have to wrap up. And so, looking back, any advice? So, if you're a new player, any advice, Lady Boneyard, that you could think of from the last 4 months?
Keep your builders busy all the time.
Go for the cheapest thing, even just to keep them busy.
Just to keep them busy. Build up your army as fast as you can. Build up your defenses as fast as you can.
Mortars first.
Mortars and wizard towers. The splash damage.
I think mortars are priority number 1 for me. I didn't do it when I went to 10 right away because it was so expensive. But
mortars and wizard
towers. But
towers.
It's at that point where upgrading it will help, but it's not going to make it's going to make a difference, but it's not going to be
mortars and wizard towers.
Like at the lower levels.
Yeah.
The lower level wizard towers because you're using ground troops. Higher levels, do your wizard towers first. Lower level mortar towers. Higher level wizard troops because they are also splash damage, but they're air and
that's true.
It covers more ground.
That's true.
Even though the range isn't as big, they're a little better.
So I'm going to have some gold tonight. What should I upgrade? Should I go wizard? Maybe I should go wizard.
Yeah.
Because I need some to go to blue, but they're all bunched in the center and they don't get messed with often.
Are they all pink? Are they all pink still?
3 of them are.
Oh yeah, don't do that, man. Get those up there.
Yeah, but I've got my Expos in the corners. They do more damage, or my mortars do more damage than the wizard. Because by the time if they can get into the center or get close,
Wizards knock them dead.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. So, I mean, they have to get through all the other things. So I'm like...
No, it's formidable, man. People won't even attempt it if they're all blue. You know, I'm like, oh, pink towers. I'm like, no, I can get there.
Okay.
And pink towers, if I can get my balloons in there and drop a heal spell right on all those balloons.
Yeah, but the amount of
wizard
times
towers
they attack anything or anybody gets close to them is a lot less than a mortar or an expo.
Do you have your what do you have your expos set on?
Ground. And
Just ground, both of them?
I have 3 of them.
All 3?
Yeah, because they're in the very center, surrounded by they're in thirds. Yeah. And they're surrounded by the wizard towers.
Yeah.
And so I can, and all the wizard towers, they're like 2 of them are right next to each other. You know, they have such a tight range that by the time anything usually gets there, I mean, they're pounding them. So those expos are like reaching out, though, a lot farther. And the mortars are reaching out farther. So I'm thinking, if I go with those first, it's going to slow them down even farther, and then
but you got. What if I come after you with with an air? You know, I come
four wizards blasting away at balloons. It goes.
I put a heal on it. Stack 2 heals to get those guys in the center.
Hot Riders coming in.
I got all your shit.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one, but. Maybe.
Anyway, I put mine are on air and ground.
You don't want to look at which one's longer.
They're in the center, but I just want to be able to hit everything. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I want to be able to hit everything I can hit.
If things can, you know, when people come to attack and they want to get something, they'll come to the outside and they'll get through one ring, but they're not going to get through the second ring, and they'll never get inside the third ring. You know, they'll get through the middle part, whereas you don't even want them to get anywhere near it.
Yeah, well, I have my Dark Elixir in the very center.
Yeah, me too.
So, to get to that Dark Elixir, and you know how many times it's happened where I don't think I've ever gotten over a 52% or 49%. I don't think they've ever been able to take more than that. But the times that they got really far, the Dark Elixir's just sitting there unguarded.
With nobody's left to hit it, yeah.
They didn't have enough troops to get the stuff in there. And it was just ripe for the picking.
Yeah.
You know, but
50, 60 grand, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you really have to be going for it. And then it's crapshoot. And so I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking with the way my base is set up, it might be range versus... Because you've got 4 wizards just blasting. It would be nice to 4 more, but...
Make them blue. Dude, make them blue.
All right, I'll report back.
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to see what's the shortest because of the bonus.
Yeah, wait till see what it. Yeah, judge it up to January 7th. See what the day thing is.
Yeah. So
all right, I got a piss. So let's do that real quick. How about that? Anybody got anything cool? We talked about Christmas, so that was new.
Yeah. Just watching Superman a bunch, and you got to see it. I love that movie. Man of Steel. Is there anything else? Any advice you want? Any other advice?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right.
Just have fun and play.
Yeah.
Clash on, dudes.
Keep it clashy.
Totally keep it clashy, bro.
Ciao.
Well, quick, take a piss. Anything? Nothing?
All
right, let me get some feedback from you guys on. I'm going to try to get Lady Boneyard into playing some video games with me. So I'm thinking she doesn't like violent stuff, but she does like Thor. So I was thinking Lego Marvel superheroes.
What do you think?
Yeah, let me know what you think. If you played it, if it's cool, if it's got some replay.
So now you have
funny.
to get the Twitter because nobody's going to.
No, you'll tell me. Somebody will tell me. Somebody will call in. All right, and get back to me at clashclanspodcast.com at Gmail or 424-27-CLASH. That's 424-27-CLASH. Call me at 424-27-CLASH.
Clash.
Well done.
Yeah.
And that's it.
At WBSMT Radio.
Oh, we went over.
All right.
We went over an hour today. All right.
Peace out.
Clash on, nerds.
Skilly beep 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 skilly.